This the place where I'm from. These are the things that I see. This the place where I live, so this place is me. It's in my blood, running through my veins night and day, even if I try.
Hello everyone, my name is Roy Durantes and this is Echo TV. What we have prepared for you today is a series of short films from previous film festivals that we have had on the Salton Sea. These examples will give you an idea of what you can do with your short film. Our film festival is coming up in November and we would like for you to be part of that. For that reason, we're going to show you some past films to give you an idea of what you can do as well. We encourage you to try using your cell phone. Your cell phone has a video feature with which you can record things. You can go up to 4K or even higher than that. The quality is really good. And there are some editing applications that are available for your cell phones that are easy to use, and you can easily make a 3 to 5 minute short film for the festival. Or you can use a traditional camera such as this one, a DSLR or a full frame for your project. Whatever you use, the important thing is we want you to experiment.
You can't talk about the Imperial Valley without mentioning the Salton Sea. And you can't mention the Salton Sea without first mentioning the Imperial Valley. They go hand in hand, like peanut butter and jelly, burgers and fries, chips and salsa. My name is Jose Renteria, and being a native to this area, I'd heard very little about this lake that is full of mystery, mostly because the vast majority of Imperial Valley residents know very little about the lake. Most give you a quick shrug of the shoulders and say, well, I don't know. I just know it's polluted. Or they'll say something like, why would I want to go there? You've all heard something similar to this, right? In fact, ask yourself, what do you know about the Salton Sea? When was the last time you went there? Take out all the hogwash, all the bogus stories, all the negativity, and most will not give you a clear answer. Well, sometime in 2006, I decided to explore for myself. I wandered into what used to be a popular marina and boat launch, Red Hill Marina, County Park. And I was in awe. I could not believe how massive the body of water was. Nothing but water as far as I could see. And, besides sounds of birds all around me, a very quiet and peaceful place actually. Now, I've been a fisherman of canals, a lover of all things outdoors, and have a natural fascination for water. It was inevitable that I would meet with California's largest lake. But, rather than ask locals for information, I decided to read scientific information, history, and intimate stories that date back to the origins of the county itself. While reading the Great Salton Sea Atlas by the Redlands Institute, Salt Streams by William DeBise, and other detailed literature about the Salton Sea, I came to find out that it is nothing like what people say it is. It's not toxic, it's not polluted, it's not dead. With that information, I decided to go fishing, to go swimming, ride the waves, boogie board it. And, as luck would have it, my research became even more intimate when I became an employee at the Sunny Bono Salton Sea National Wildlife Refuge during the summer of 2007. I took a heavy interest in all things Salton Sea, and well, once I knew the facts, based on what I had been reading, and other important information, I had to spread the word. I was on a mission to reach out to the locals and conduct as many educational tours to anyone interested. Eventually, I was leading educational tours along the Rock Hill Trail at the Sunny Bono Salton Sea National Wildlife Refuge to schools in Calexico, Brawley, Hopeville, El Centro, Sealy. It was fun to see these children's eyes light up when they saw the wildlife, the water, their funny questions about if there were any whales, sharks, or sea lions in the lake. But besides that, the point of it all was to give them the correct information about the Salton Sea and hopefully they'll remember their fun trek and take what they learned back to their parents. In my subsequent years at the Sunny Bono Salton Sea Wildlife Refuge, some time at IVROP, and later the Salton Sea State Park in the Northeast Shores, I spoke to thousands of visitors, and I'm not exaggerating, people from all over the world. Spain, Australia, Ireland, Russia, Germany, Italy, all the way to Canada, to Alaska, New Hampshire, Maine, Colorado, to folks from all over California, and very rarely, people from Imperial Valley or nearby Coachella Valley visited. This bothered me. I found this to be very sad and quite disappointing actually. So as an employee with some ability, I reached out to the community leaders, the radio station, to invite them on a kayak tour, birdwatching tour, or a formal presentation about the lake. And, well, unfortunately, I was met with resistance. I simply wanted for them to see what I see. You can't reach everyone, but hey, I wanted to. If you lived 10 or 20 miles away from Lake Tahoe, the Great Lakes, or Sequoia National Park, I'm sure you'd have gone there, many times in fact. But the Salton Sea, with its reputation, it's largely ignored. It doesn't deserve that reputation either. Yes, what you read about in the local news is true. The receding shoreline and the very fine particulate matter is greatly affecting the air quality, with less and less water entering the Salton Sea since 2003. But think about today, actually today and tomorrow. The Salton Sea is still there. It's not going away next week or the week after. You can still visit it. There's still plenty of time to check out all the great vistas, believe me. Go there at sunrise or sunset. It's absolutely beautiful. Visit Obsidian Butte, very close to Calipatria. You'll forget where you are. Red Hill Marina County Park is still there, mostly popular for bird watchers. Or check out the mud volcanoes right next to Red Hill. Or of course the very famous Salvation Mountain in Island. Or the observation towers just a few miles away from Calipatria. Or the Bat Cave Buttes in the north along Highway 111, north of Brawley. There's still much to see and experience around the Salton Sea. Go out and explore it. See all the absolutely beautiful vistas. See it for yourself. See it before it shrinks even more. Experience what countless others have experienced. After all, you are closer to the Salton Sea than anyone else.
We encourage our families to be involved with you. They can be your camera person, they can be your prop person, or they can just give you ideas on what you can do with your film.
I'm a dance, yoga, and movement instructor and performance artist here in San Diego, California. And we wanted to introduce a dance film that we are collaborating on revolving around the Salton Sea in honor of Earth Day, and really just in honor of the Salton Sea itself and the beauty, the environment, and the rich cultural history of the sea and the Kauai tribe that have lived there for millennia.
Daniel, I'm a composer. I write music for film, dance, and TV, and I'm very excited to work on this project with Christina. A very important part of this is also the birds, and we want this collaboration to celebrate the heritage of the Salton Sea and the native people there, and also to celebrate nature and the fact that the Salton Sea itself is a very important destination for migrating birds. And come and watch our film in October at the Salton Sea Film Festival.
We encourage you to use your cell phone or a camera to record a short video, 3 to 5 minutes long, on the environment. It can be on the Salton Sea, on air quality in your community, on water quality, on ground quality. It can be about trees or anything related to the environment around you. It can be in the form of a short story, a documentary, a dance, a song, or a skit. Really anything you want it to be. It's your voice. Make that video with the tools that you have in your hand. Upload it to your online platform such as YouTube or Vimeo and send us the link. There are 7 categories in our festival: junior high school, adult, that's anyone 18 years of age and over, music video, popular vote, snowbird, that would be anyone residing outside of Imperial County in the U.S. And now we have the Baja category for residents of Baja in Mexico. Those videos can be in Spanish with subtitles. We have a panel of festival judges from both sides of the border who will be looking for this criteria: content, visual quality, sound quality, structure, and creativity. The top 3 winners in each of the 7 categories will receive trophies and recognition on regional media. Your short film will also be presented on a special television program and, of course, on the Salton Sea Film Festival in November. Maybe you're concerned about trees, or maybe you're concerned about the land, the earth. Maybe you're concerned about the air. Whatever you're concerned about, you can make a short film. Now, your short film can be a story, it can be a skit, it can be a dance, it can be a song. You can actually play some musical instrument. Or it can just be you talking in front of the camera, sharing your concerns. Or you can take some pictures, do a collage, and do a narration over those pictures. Whatever you do, please experiment. Have a good time, enjoy yourself, and get your family involved.
Mural was put up here, a beautiful representation of what it is that happens in our community, a story of our community, and first and foremost, just the work. Putting people to work, and obviously decorating the building and making, I would say, enhancing what our community looks like, especially here in the east side of Broad. It's the things that we want to see in our community. We want equal representation, proper representation, the needs of everyone from the bottom to the top, from the haves and the have-nots, right? That includes, streets, access to clean water, to electricity, and make sure that we have our law enforcement services, police and fire, right, to take care of our needs as well. But everyone equally represented from the north to the south, from the east to the west.
Young people in these times, most of them don't vote, or sometimes they just forget our who we are, and community-wise. Sometimes it's always good to get involved and help each other out in a way, that way, continue the new generation and move on and so forward, yeah.
I think they're great that they're bringing awareness, that we have a mural or an activity for the community to be a part of something that is so important, such as maize and voting. It brings awareness to a very just cause and a great and a great cause. Voting is our right. I think that everybody should be aware of the importance of voting. We've come a long way, and so I think that young people should be very excited to be in the know-how and take part of activities such as these. Si se puede. This is something that everybody should want to be a part of. Parents encourage your children and talk about the voting process and how long we've come and how important it is to assert your rights. And in doing so, voting is the way to go. I am so grateful to be a part of this activity, and I look forward to the many more that are to come here in our city of Brawley.
I feel like it's really important to go ahead and promote voting throughout this community, and having all the residents, and not just the residents, anyone in the valley that wanted to participate was just a great opportunity for artists like myself or just people who love the art. I think that we have to do better, especially in Brawley, with our voting turnout. You know, if you want to have a say-so and you want to have a voice, you have to vote. You have to go out and you have to turn your ballots in, and you have to be part of the elections to make sure you have part of the impact.
My name is Donald L. Scoville, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that we all have, and that is trash. What's important about trash is we don't want to overfill the landfills. Therefore, in 2016, California was the first state to enact the concept of trash separation. And the reason for this is that the law is trying to eliminate as much as possible the refuge that goes into the landfills. I'm standing here in front of a black can, which represents the can that collects all of the trash that cannot be recycled or reused. This can here you should not put stuff in here like empty aluminum cans or bottles, because they can be recycled. This one should be trash, stuff that will go into the refuge bins, and hopefully this can will be less than the other two cans, which are recyclable or reusable. These bins are very easy to use. They roll on big nice wheels. And then if there's anything broken or wrong with them, you can call C&R and they will take care of correcting it and fixing it. This can, the blue one here, is also referred to as dry trash. This one, you are to put cardboard in it, newspaper, and items, Coke cans, bottles, but they have to be dry. Quite often you'll have bottles of water full of water that people leave. Dump them out, put them on your plants. The stuff in here must be dry. It has to be, because then it is going to be recycled. The newspaper they can make into more newspapers. The cardboard they can make into more cardboard. The cans, etc. This one is very, very important to our environment, because these are items that are going to be used and reused and not put into the landfill. And that is the whole object and goal of this law enacted in 2016. Continuing on, now we're to the green can. This one here is also very, very important, because what we put in here are lawn clippings, bushes clippings, but no dirt. You don't just yank a plant out and throw it in here. You have to get rid of the dirt. And it is very important what goes into here, because what goes in here can be made into a mulch, which is very, very helpful to commercial farming and residential growing of plants. Also, what you can put in here is kitchen waste. I don't mean a can, I mean the actual waste, the product, the food product, because that can also be mixed into this mulch and made to help the commercial growing of plants and farming. This is also a very important one, and you can see that we have 3 here, and these 2, the blue and the green, are recyclable. These do not go in the refuse plant, landfill. These are helpful to mankind and create a good environment. Now, prior to 2024, there was no fine for not following this. Unfortunately, some people just say, heck with it, I'm gonna just throw my trash wherever I want. Well, in 2024, there will be a monetary fine if you do not separate your trash. Thank you very much.
We do want to mention that when you make your film, your material has to be yours. You have to be the one who created that video or took those pictures. You cannot use material that you got from the internet or that is copyrighted by somebody else, because that material belongs to somebody else. You cannot get stuff from television. So the best thing to do is for you to create your own material by taking a picture, by taking a video, and then just editing it, putting it together, and speaking over it. That's the best way to do it.
What's our zip code? 92577. When do we want our post office back? Now!
Residents from Nyland and Bombay Beach are demanding a new post office.
We're bringing the spotlight to ourselves because we want others to know that Nyland has been without a post office for 2 years. On February 20th, 2022, there was a fire that damaged our post office. Residents were then told they had to go to Calapat to pick up mail. Calapat is 16 miles round trip. Nyland is a impoverished community, 67% poverty stricken, and so it's difficult for people to get there. There are many that are disabled, many are elderly, many are without transportation.
Many local residents rely on the mail for medication deliveries.
I know cases of veterans, old people in Slab City that don't have transportation. How are they going to get the mail from Calipatria if you don't even have a car?
They feel discriminated against for being a small desert community.
Because it wouldn't happen in Beverly Hills. There would be such an outcry, they would take care of it right away. We pay our taxes here. We deserve a decent post office.
It feels malicious at this point. They've made it harder and harder for us to get social services and medical care out here in Nyland. They've closed down the community center where we used to get water and dump trash, and that was completely unexplained. And now this.
We are sick and tired of losing mail, getting our packages with delay, packages missing.
They say small communities are important too.
We do matter. Even though we are a small community, people do matter. Mail is important to them. They receive their prescriptions there, they receive their glasses there. Some people still receive their Social Security check there. So it's their whole livelihood that is in that mail for some.
A local school board offered to help.
The school board in Calipatria donated a building for the post office here in Nyland, because Nyland's post office burned down several years ago. And nobody seems to be doing anything about it.
There's a building available for $1 offered to the United States Postal Service that over the couple past years we have been told will be up and running early this year. To this date, they haven't even taken ownership of the building. They're not even here. Where are they? Where's the postmaster? Wouldn't they want to come here and talk to us with all the problems that we have experienced? We don't even know who is in the position to make that decision.
We want to see movement. We want to see progress. We want to see that they are actually doing something to the building that was proposed to them.
When do we want our post office back? Now! Where do we live?
when you drive in front of a post office and you see that American flag flying overhead, it's a proudful moment.
For more information, please contact the North End Alliance 111.
We're going to keep doing this on a regular basis until we're getting a post office.
All right. Our mail, all right. Our mail, all right. Our mail, all right. Our mail, all right.
We hope that today's program has encouraged you to experiment and do your own short film. Go ahead, make a film, save the sea. This is Roy Durantes for Echo TV.